Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially the 2023 presidential election. There is this question that is often being raised by critics of the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, and then the OBIdient movement, which were inspired by the candidacy of Peter Obi as a presidential candidate of Labour Party. And the people that are always doing this are those who are the supporters of either the People's Democratic Party or their presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar. And this issue has to do with the spokespersons of this party, of the PDP, Bwala and Reno Omokri. Now, these two gentlemen, if you follow them on Twitter, they're always asking the question, why is it that the obedient movement are not holding rallies on Mondays in Southeast? And they bring out all manners of innuendos to explain what they think are the reason. Okay? And I want to address that challenge because they're always saying we challenge peterobi to hold rally on Mondays in Southeast, or we challenge Labour Party to hold rallies on Mondays in Southeast. But what is important is for them to understand one thing, and that's what I'm going to explain in this video. First of all, the street rallies that were being organized and held across the country are not even being organized by the Labour Party or the Mr. Peter Obi himself. These were organized mostly, as many of you are aware, by the youths of Nigeria, the elderly, and what have you, those who believe that there is a need for a new Nigeria. They are the ones organizing these obedient movement rallies. And most of the time when you see them organize this rally, the rallies are organic. They are not sponsored by Labour Party. They are not sponsored by Mr. Peter Obi. So it will be unfair for anybody to dictate to them how and where and when to organize their rallies. They have held these rallies all over the country, including in the Southeast. But Reno Omokri and Bwala wanted to hold it on Mondays. And of course, their reason for doing that is not altruistic. It's not that they love Mondays so much that they want a rally to be held on a day like that. It is trying to demarcate Peter Obi by saying that the Peter Obi and the movement obeys the sit-at-home order by the outlawed Indigenous People of Biafra that is led by Nnamdi Kanu, who is in detention as we speak. Now, they don't want to address the fact, and I have to say it here. I think before Nnamdi Kanu's abduction, correct me if I'm wrong, before Nnamdi Kanu's alleged abduction from Kenya back to Nigeria, there's nothing like sit at home on Mondays in the Southeast. I don't think there's anything like that. So it was that his abduction from Kenya and brought back to Nigeria that is at the roots of this sit-at-home by some people who are members of his group. I don't think they're members of IPOB. They are up to 1% of the population of the Southeast. Now, that's the situation. And now, in protest of that, they instituted this sit-at-home on Mondays. Okay? So that's the one thing that Reno Omokri and co failed to address. The issue of Nnamdi Kanu's abduction from Kenya and brought back to Nigeria was actually what led to those who support him and his group to embark on that protest of sit-at-home on Mondays. Of course, if you are following recent event, you can see that the court has set him free, even though the federal government has other ideas about it. Okay? So that is the reality on the ground. So that is what led to those sit at home. So Red Omokri, they don't want to face the fact of the matter. That's because people are looking at the effects. Sometimes you have to look at the cause. Because when you concentrate on the effect, you lose the logic, the argument on the whole of the matter. It was the cause that led to the effect. If there were no abduction of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, there wouldn't have been any sit-at-home on Mondays. Of course, that is not to justify the economic loss and the negativities that come from people not doing their businesses on Mondays in the Southeast. That's out of the question. But this is just to bring to bear the matter on the ground. Then another important thing to note is that this sit-at-home has also been hijacked by criminal elements in the Southeast because severally we have seen statements by the spokesperson of our IPOB, Emma Powerful, saying that they have cancelled sit-at-home on Mondays, that it is illegal, that nobody should be forced to sit at home on Mondays. But you still see that being enforced by rogue elements within the same IPOB for whatever reason. So it is not that people of Southeast are happy to sit at home, but nobody want to be in front of a man with a gun and you go and stand in his front, armless, and be arguing. So people generally have to sit at home or do something else instead of risking their lives coming out. That's a fact of the matter. Okay? It's just like in Castina State, the home state of the president, 12 local governments are under the control of bandits. If you are going that area in Castina, you have to be careful what you are doing there because the outlaws operating in those local governments in Castina State, you never know what they can do to you. So that is basically it. So telling anybody to go and do rally on a day that these people say that they don't want anybody to come out and you don't have the covering of the security, which I will get to as I go about explaining these things, then you have to really, for your own interest, stay at home. It's not that you love staying at home, that you wouldn't have loved to go and open your businesses. But you have to obey so that you can spare your life. Okay? So it is therefore foolhardy to tell anybody to go and do rally on a Monday in Southeast because you want to prove a point that Peter Obi has support in Southeast and all that. It doesn't make sense. So now it has a deeper implication, which I will explain to you in a short while. But before I do that, if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, the Monday sit at home in the Southeast speaks to a larger issue about law and order and security in Nigeria. Peter Obi is not the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The person who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is President Muhammadu Buhari. It is his responsibility to provide security all over the country, 24/7, every day, without exception. So if there is a place in Nigeria that Nigerians are prevented from coming out to do their duties, both to themselves and to their country, and that law isn't allowed to fester, whoever made that law, especially by non-state actor like IPOB, giving such an order, and it is being obeyed, it is because of the failure of the government to provide security for Nigerians in the Southeast on Mondays. Because if there is adequate security and those who are enforcing the IPOB order know that they will be dealt with if they try to prevent anyone from coming out on Mondays to do his or her business, they will think twice before harassing anybody, before destroying anyone's property if he doesn't obey the sit-at-home order. So it is a classic failure of government to provide security for lives and property in Southeast on Mondays. So if Reno Omokri and Daniel Bwala had any issues, they should write to President Muhammadu Buhari to provide security for the people of Southeast on Mondays. Okay? It is because of lack of security on those days, on those Mondays, that made people to obey the IPOB orders. That's basically the reasonable explanation for this. Okay? And if you probe this issue further, you discover that even the state has not helped matters. Let me give you a typical example. Since Hope Uzodinma became the governor of Imo State, President Muhammadu Buhari has visited that state more than 3 times. Go and check the calendars of those days that he visited. Has he visited on a Monday? Since this Nnamdi Kanu matter, because as I told you, this sit-house home started from the time Nnamdi Kanu was brought back from Kenya. Before that time, the sit-at-home was not a weekly affair that every Monday it must be done like this. Now, if you check the itinerary of the president when he visits Southeast, he has visited Imo State, but he hardly goes on Mondays. Correct me if I'm wrong. He has never visited Imo State on Mondays. He has also visited Ebonyi State within those periods, And it has not gone on a Monday. So if the president's visits are scheduled not to coincide on Mondays, the president, who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, so why do you expect the obedient movement or the Labour Party or anyone for that matter to hold rallies in Southeast on Mondays? Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.